I'm so embarrassed. I don't want to say it. I met this person on, I think, Plenty of Fish. This is when I was on dating apps. Yes, I was on Plenty of Fish, people. I was. Look at me out here with no makeup on. My trunks are showing. And I'm just out here living my best life. I was supposed to stop being crazy. So in today's episode of my life as Christina Campo. So this was when I was young. I mean, I feel like all of these things are when I was young and kind of naive and stuff. But this one, so I met this person, and this guy, he approached me, and we were talking, we were texting and stuff, and I eventually gave him my number. And we were talking and stuff, and he was from the Bronx. I don't know, I was new. I did not know that I was not supposed to go with people from the Bronx. No disrespect to, there's some good people from the Bronx, but there's, yeah. Anyway, so I went, we were talking and whatever, and I don't know, I guess here's the mix up what happened now. I was just I think I said oh, we should go to the movies. We were talking about something, I was we should go to the movies, and he was just oh yeah, when? And he would say oh, this Saturday. So he was okay, cool. And he's oh, I don't know if I'm gonna drive or I'm gonna take the train. And I'm just it's up to you. I don't know. I don't drive, so I'm gonna take the train. But wait, no, did I say that? No. I was it's up to you, because I'm either way, if you drive, you could come get me. But if you take the train, I guess I'm gonna take the train too, So yeah, that's what happened, right? So I think he said that he was gonna take the train. So I ended up taking the train to go to, there was that theater downtown Brooklyn, Court Street. Yeah, it was Court Street. So I get there early. And I call him, and he's oh, I drove, but I didn't know where the place was, so I parked my car, and somebody told me to just take the train. Red flag. I'm just okay. So he's on the train. So anyway, all that confusion, he finally got there. When when he came up, he didn't look as great as he did in his photos. I mean, it was the same person, but it was a different version of that person. Yeah. And he was short. I feel right now, at this mature stage of my life, I don't discriminate now, with height and stuff. I'm more mindful, but back then I was oh, you sure? No. He was should we get something to eat before we go? And I was yeah. I'm yeah, I could eat. And he was just okay, cool. And so we were walking past mad restaurant, little, little cute little, small little places, and we walking past all of them, just here's one. Oh, look over. Oh, we could go, but I'm not opening my mouth. Right? We pass the movie theater, and then he's oh, we can get pizza. And I'm just like, yeah, pizza sounds great. Yeah, absolutely. So we go and we get pizza, and I think, and this place, I don't think, I don't. Can you sit down in there? Yeah, I think you were able to sit, but it was like got some stupid ass pizza and Snapple, and um, and I did he pay for my pizza? I think he did pay for my pizza. Like pizza, I can't pay for my own pizza, my youth. But like. I was still being kind. I was being sweet, because that's not how my mama raised me, I'm still appreciative. I'm not looking down on you. I appreciate it, but yeah. So we get into the line. Line was long. We go into the line, and we on the line, and I'm there and I'm chilling and whatever. I'm already like, oh my God, like whatever, like this is not it, like, no. We're in the line and we're getting closer and closer and closer, and he's like, is this a date? And I'm like, what? And he's like, oh, because if this is a date, then I'm supposed to pay for you, but it's not a date. So I'm like, okay. He's like, no. So what? So I was just like, I was like, yeah. I'm like, it's not a date. I'm like, yeah, you can pay for yourself, and I can pay for myself. I'm just like, because like, what are you really saying? Like, I was just like, okay. I was like, okay, I see what time you're on, honey. I was like, okay, all right, okay, all right, okay, all right, okay. So I go up and I'm like, yeah, can I get a ticket to blah blah this and the third, right? Then he gets his ticket and whatever, and I go on the concessions line, and he's like, you're getting food from the movie theater? And I'm like, yeah, because like people eat popcorn and stuff when they watch the movies, like it's a thing. And he's like, oh wow. He's like, I don't do that. Like that's mad. It's like, that's mad expensive. Like, you know how much they charge? And I'm just like, it's okay. So I'm just like, all right, like, first of all, like, the thing is, like, you could be like that, but you don't have to like voice it. Like, it's okay. Just be like, oh, okay, if you want to get like, but like, all that extra stuff, it's okay. Like, you already like, oh, you done took me to buy pizza. You done told me, oh, this is not a date. Like, you're not paying for me. Now I'm on concessions for myself, and you trying to like, shut up. Goodbye. So I get on the line, and he's there waiting, whatever. I got me a big popcorn, I got me a big drink, and I got, what's that thing that I like to eat? What is it called? I don't remember what it's called. Some chocolate thing. I don't remember what it's called, right? So I got my stuff. He waited looking like a bozo in the back. And then we went upstairs to go in the movie and stuff and whatever. And I'm there and I'm watching my movie and I'm eating my popcorn. Mind you, I'm not going to eat this all. And I'm like, all right, Christina, you bugging out. I was like, would you like some? And he's like, yeah, sure. This boy take my popcorn and name the whole. The boy, I'm tell you, so the boy eat up the whole of my popcorn. And y'all come talk about you don't want to spend money and you don't want this and you don't want that. Like, don't eat it. Like, come and taste and... And I'm like, you not have no look at nothing, boy. You not even say, oh, it's a gonna look bad. Not even look a pride for say no, or just taste and just give it back to me like you eat out awesome and then I go come, oh... And then him asked me for some of my drinks, because guess what? The popcorn did dry and you need something to wash it down. And I go take off the straw outside. I'm like, don't drink none. Don't drink it. But you know, I didn't say that. I just let him have it. I was just like, it's okay. I'm like, I'm good. I don't want any more. It's fine. But wait, I think I just saw it done. So remember he said he drove, right? And he parked or whatever, right? So I am like gonna get back on the train now, and he's like, oh, I parked my car near a train, so I could take the train to my car. So I'm like, okay, cool, yeah, all right. So we're on the train. I'm like, where did you park? And he's like, President Street. So I'm like, okay, like I take the 4, but I can take the 3 with you. Just go to the car.
What could have caused this? Like what? God bleeder? Come here.
So we get on the train and we're on the 3 train, and he's like looking at stops, and he's like, what stop are you gonna get off at? And I'm like, what do you mean me? What's up? So
Idiot girl is an idiot girl. I'm in the last straight.
You're not trying to take me home. After all of this, after I blessed you with my presents and you near my popcorn, you come try to say, you not bring me home. Someone just say, you know what? Figure it out your damn self. I didn't say that. Yo, I be such a gangster in my mind, but that's back then. I'm a gangster right now. Like, I'm gonna tell you straight up, like, don't try it with me right now, cause like, so yeah, like, I was just like, I went on the train. I took the train all the way. I'm like, all right, bye, whatever. Like, he hit me up. I'm like, that was instant cut off, instant block. Don't block. What?
Block Instagram. Block.
What? Can you imagine? Like, honestly, to this day, I'm like still scarred from that, because like it was like so many red flags, so many wrong bangs, so many red flag. Jeez. Yeah, so that was my mistake. I mean, I guess like I shouldn't have like gone out with someone that I met online, but I've actually gone out with someone that I met online from that same app, and like we're friends to this day. Like, I knew him when he was living in Hawaii, then he moved to Texas and whatever, but like, yeah, like we still friends, like, you know, and like he's really dope. So like there are some good people that you can meet online, and then there are some just like so this was my video. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys liked it. If you do have a similar experience, you can comment in the section below, and you know, give this video a like, give this video, share this video, subscribe. So thank you for joining me. This has been Really Christina. No, like, really Christina? Like, you really went out with that dude?
Idiot girl. I'm in the last straight.